Babes, how are you? If you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle and this is another reading you guys wanted me to make on Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. This is going to be an update on their energies. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Please keep in mind that roles can be reversed between energies, as I always say. I run no daycare, so know that this is general, and every reading for celebrities and or influencers are for your entertainment purposes only. Everything that I mentioned is allegedly throughout the whole video. I always provide the legal disclaimers at the beginnings of every video in English and Spanish for anybody who could be interested in reading it. So with this said, let's move forward. Also, if you haven't checked out the numerology report I did on them, please do so. I have the first part public, the second part it is for my members with more in-depth details. I also want to invite you guys to follow me on Spotify. I do weekly podcasts on spiritual topics in English and Spanish, as well as I do special things over there for my followers on Spotify. So with this said, let's take a tiny look at what's going on here. So we got here the house, okay. Good lady. Okay. Let's see here. So we got the Ace of Lightning in reverse, the World in the reverse as well, the Seven of Gems, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Lightnings in reverse, and overall energy here, the practicality. Okay, practicality. Sheesh, I don't know how to read sometimes. Okay. So first of all, I do see that in a way to perform as of right now, each one, like Selena towards him towards her, they find each other as their perfect home. They are in the honeymoon phase still, and I feel like, you know, Selena is super in love and super happy with him. I do see right here that allegedly she could be more invested on him than what he could be on her. It doesn't mean that he doesn't find her attractive. It's just like emotionally, allegedly she could be more invested. And we know she's a Cancer, so Cancers tend to be more attached to people regardless. He is, you know, in a good position with her. He does care for her. He does find her beautiful. He has feelings for her. But allegedly right here what the cards are telling me is that she's more attached to him emotionally than him towards her. Now, I do see right here that there could be a collaboration again between them. I have known that they had a collaboration in the past, but there's a newer energy talking about newer music that is coming for both of them. Like they're gonna be singing about it or singing, you know, or he's gonna be producing it, but there's a new collaboration in between them as well. Now, I don't know why it's also talking about possible court. There's a situation with some money allegedly connected to him. This could be unrelated to Selena, but because, you know, we're talking about them, it's also pointing out that there might be a situation here that allegedly is like a song or soundtrack or something, into where there could be whispers and or scandals of, you know, him having to go to court because allegedly somebody could try to sue him, right? Now, moving forward to main focus, the relationship. It does seem right here that people are not very happy with this connection, allegedly. People do not understand it. And again, people do not need to understand it because it's about them. They're the one in that relationship. They don't need to tell the world, right? But yes, I do see a lot of critical opinions, very strong opinions, not positive whatsoever over this connection here. Allegedly right here is like people trying to say, but why will you settle down? Like people commenting negatively. Allegedly people saying that he's there to use her. Allegedly people are going to comment that, oh my gosh, you know, he has to compete with you. I'm not sure what people are putting into this energies, but I do see a lot of hate towards this connection. pretty much the connection is practical. They both like each other, they both adults, that's why they're together. But as of right now, people are just being very, very critical over the connection, being very cruel. I do see allegedly here Jelena still having to defend the connection. I don't see him doing much, to be honest. It's more allegedly her. And again, it makes sense with what I just told you. Let's see. The Ace of Clouds in the reverse. 10 of Cups. What's it called? Novice of Raindrops. Listen, the cards are not that positive when it comes to this relationship. I do see peer pressure as well be one of the things. I do see codependency allegedly. I do see like obsession too, unhealthy patterns here allegedly. It's giving me a lot of like Jelena vibes, like the way that at one point allegedly could have been super toxic. Allegedly here they're moving too fast. Allegedly they're moving too fast into where they're gonna clash. As I said in the past videos, as I said on the numerology reports, allegedly they're not gonna last permanently. They really want it to last, but there's a lot of toxicity here allegedly. They need to work codependency. There's codependency. Allegedly Jelena has a codependency towards him now. She's allegedly very emotionally attached, emotionally invested, and allegedly she needs to find a happy medium, and that's why allegedly she goes at it to her fans or to the people, you know, commenting. And I do understand that she wants to defend it, but it's actually having such toxicity energy into where, again, not everybody at the end of the day, not everybody's going to approve of who you're dating, and who cares, you know, at this point. But she needs to work on finding that balance, because she's losing balance. She is like very intense giving herself to him, and this is why she ends up, whenever things don't work, she ends up single for a long time. Because when she falls in love, guys, she gives it all into a big scales, like big scales of love, big scales of care. She's like she has motherhood instincts into where she is there to protect her man or to the person she's with, right? But this is why sometimes things do not work, and when things do not work, that's why it takes her so long to move on and find somebody else, because she goes at it with no breaks, you know. And right now, if she continues with that path of intensity, whenever things don't work out, because I do see like there is some sense of incompatibility in between the both of them, that they're just opposites. And again, if you saw the first reading and then you go ahead and watch the numerology video, and I have two parts like I said before, you will understand what I'm coming from. But allegedly here it's just going to clash, you know. She needs to learn how to balance everything allegedly. But with the devil in the reverse right here, again, this quickly could fall into Capricorn energies, because we got here, I forgot to say it, Aquarius energy, Capricorn energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries energy, and Libra energy. This could quickly go into a toxic position or toxic, again, path. And it, again, is best for her to, again, work things out and try not to. But I do feel like it's gonna be hard for her to do so. The thing is, like, she needs to be careful, because she don't want her relationship to bring bad light to her reputation. This relationship it's like telling me play date with the devil. That's pretty much what it's telling me here. This is how negative. Look, in this connection, as I said before, it's very intense, but in a way, shape, or form, it's represented as restricting. This connection, and allegedly emotionally or something, is restricting into where then we're not gonna see it coming. There's gonna be an ending. An ending that's gonna be abruptly. It's not gonna be explained. It's not gonna. We won't see it coming. Often whenever this happens, you will see them doing better than ever, and people be like, you don't know what you're talking about, and boom, eventually there's gonna be reports of like, oh my gosh, Selena Gomez and Benny have broken up, and allegedly somebody's gonna confirm it, and that's that, and people are gonna be shocked because allegedly they looked so good and so happy. So I do see like there is an imminent breakup here in between them that's going to be abruptly. This is going to lead to a new beginning, right? Of course, because endings are equals to new beginnings. But I do see right here that this is going to happen because it's telling me that this connection is restricting allegedly. I do see right here that most likely, allegedly, this could be him breaking up with her. Allegedly, they're going to actually claim that it's going to be mutual. A lot of people allegedly going to speculate saying that was her, but eventually this could be months after the breakup, if not a whole year or so. It could be sooner, but it could take a bit. It's not going to be immediately. I just want to keep your like possibilities and understanding into where I'm telling you this, because people like to put words in my mouth. And like I said before, now I said what I said. As I said before, this eventually we're gonna find out that he was the one breaking up with her, and they could get engaged. They could allegedly, even if you want to go to the extent of marriage, if that makes you happy, they could do, but they could be a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationship is not gonna last no matter how far of higher levels of commitment they claim that they take it. Allegedly, even if they're engaged, allegedly, even if they get married, allegedly they're bounded to break up because it says right here that the connection energetically and in a way to perform is restricting for the both of them. Allegedly right here there's no balance. You see this? There's no balance, there's no equality. It's like too much love and too much protection. Too much of everything eventually wears out. You outgrow that, and that's why you need to find balance. That's why balance it's so damn important, because when you do too much of too everything, eventually it wears off. And then eventually with the death card again is telling me again Scorpio energies. I have a lot of Capricorn, Scorpio energies, Libra energies as well, telling me right here that then Selena allegedly is going to be determined of letting go. She allegedly can make a song saying determination or letting go, like something like that, and allegedly is going to be representing or talking about the connection and the relationship like she did allegedly back in the day for Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? And I do see right here that eventually it ends, it ends. And then Selena works on her healing again. Allegedly here is because with the Two of Pentacles and various priorities were not where they needed to be. It's talking about a mutual situation here, allegedly, into where, they both have had individual priorities and they found it difficult to make it work. Again, 6 months, 8 months, even a year of a relationship, it's honeymoon eventually. When that honeymoon phase passes, hits reality, and allegedly if they are talking about getting it seriously and getting going, I do see individual priorities, individual goals, and all of that will cause a big issue here. They both are very, very, let's say, successful in their own ways, and they have been working very good. They're both in their peak of their career in a way to perform, and it's going to be hard to make sacrifices in the name of love. Allegedly, I do see that there's going to be a big sacrifice that needs to be done for whatever reason, and it's going to be the peak of the why they broke up, allegedly, besides everything else, because allegedly I see other problems with possible commitment issues and whatnot, allegedly, but it's not going to be the main issue as priorities and determination and the sacrifice in the name of love. Allegedly, that won't be done mutually. So at this point, again, they both focus. Again, everybody has the right to do whatever they want, and of course, when we're talking about career, they have worked very hard to be where they are. So at this point, nobody's judging anything. I'm reading the cards. If that makes you mad, then don't watch my videos. But at this point right here, like I said before, determination when it comes to priorities was lacking, and they both became like cold. allegedly at this point they could actually become competitive with each other, or saying like, no, you need to do this because I did that. So I do see like, I don't know, I do see like incompatibility, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's not saying that he's using, she's using, no, nobody's using nobody. Everybody has their own money, everybody has their career before, allegedly here. I do see it's just incompatible. It's just incompatible, and nobody's good or bad. Stop talking about it like it's Disney movies. This is real life, and this is just two adults that wanted to make it work, but allegedly there's a lot of odds that are against them, and if they're not willing to push through, unfortunately there's nothing that they can be done. Breakup, heartbreak. You see this? They're gonna break up eventually. Break up, unfortunately. And the media is not gonna be sensitive whatsoever. People are gonna be super mean, allegedly bringing photos and bringing memories, and instead of like trying to help them to move on, they're trying to make them to continue in the insecurity, to continue in the sadness energies. But I do feel like eventually Selena's career, Selena herself rejuvenate, and you know, she gets back up and then she continues moving forward. But I do see right here that, you know, this relationship is one of the most intense relationships she's gonna have after the Justin Bieber, allegedly. And she was in love, but I do feel like there was a lot of things that were, I would say, overlooked, and things move too fast. Because you know, when you are, the other thing, when you meet a soulmate, because we are old souls and we have multiple soulmates, so whenever you meet a soulmate, everything is so intense, everything is so perfect, the connection is intense and amazing, into where you move fast, you overlook red flags and whatnot, and eventually, you know, everything that you have overlooked and that you have ignored in the name of love becomes too big and too obvious to, you know, overlook, and it causes a lot of situations that in a way, shape, or form could have been avoided. But you know, that's that. Let me just, there we go. So with this said, we have the planet, the zodiac sign in the house. So the planets tend to represent the situation of the reading, and here we have Venus. So Venus says here, pertaining to relationships, romantic or platonic, love languages, desire, and allure. Now we're gonna go with the zodiac signs, which represents the emotional side, if I'm not mistaken. We got Scorpio energy, and it says transformative, brutally honest, aggressive, taking things personally, and exhausted. And finally, we have the houses, which is the area of life, and we have the first house, represents your personal life, belongings, and physical possessions. How you look, think, feel can also warn against misfortune. So at this point, like I said before, unfortunately the connection screams oh my gosh, bad luck. But at this point, we got just to wish them well, because nobody, you know, we don't wish negative nothing upon anybody. So with this said, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys like it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Also, like I said before, the numerology report is in 2 parts. The second part is for my members. Don't forget to follow me on Spotify, please, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Facebook group, and I also offer personal readings as well for those interested. Everything you need to look for is going to be in the description box below, as well as on the bio of my channel. Thank you again so much for the love and support, and have an amazing day.